Hey everyone out there in Sermon Braindump land. A real brief video here. You can see I've got the headphones and my microphone going. I'm about to record my first introductory podcast. As I mentioned in past videos, I'm moving from this video format, which I've been doing, which you've been kind enough to tune into, and moving over into the audio format under a new and yet old podcast called the Rambling Rev, which is essentially going to be the same thing as what I used to do with Sermon Braindump. But there are some podcasts out there with very similar names to Sermon Braindump, so I'm going to do something a little different. I thought I would give you this little glimpse into that, and hopefully I can kind of create a connection between the audience that has tuned in for the videos and what I hope to grow as an audience for the audio podcast. So with that, here we go. You get to watch me record my first one. Hello and welcome to the Rambling Rev Podcast. I'm your host, Pastor Scott Dalen, and yes, you can call me Rev. This venture is a mixture of something both old and new. Over the course of the past 5 years, I've produced video podcasts over on YouTube under the name Sermon Braindump, an endeavor in which I talk my way through a transition out of sermon background work and moving into the process of preparing the sermon that I'll preach to my congregation for the weekend. But after a long history of these video podcasts, I'm moving into the audio format, which you are kind enough to be listening to today. Now, you can probably tell by the timestamp that this is a brief one and is very introductory in nature. I'm actually in a brief period of transition with a few weeks off from preaching, and so I'm not actually doing the work that typically will turn into these random ramblings, which are based on the assigned scripture passage for the week. But I wanted to offer a quick glimpse into what this podcast will be. Be on the lookout for new episodes dropping on Fridays, and if you're interested in listening to this random Lutheran pastor drop sermon-inspired musings for about 10 to 15 minutes, hit that subscribe button and you won't miss out. Otherwise, you can watch for notifications of new episodes on social media. I'm most active on Twitter, where you can simply call me Rev. Otherwise, I hope you have a blessed week, and we'll catch you next time. Well, there you go, Sermon Braindump people. The random ramblings of the Rambling Rev are taken off. Thanks for tuning in.